Managing stakeholder expectations is often difficult due to conflicting objectives. How do you resolve these conflicting demands among stakeholders? Generally, the priority should be given to resolving a customer's issue, because the customer will be using the final product or service. However, many times, you will need to address the other stakeholder request to align the project with your organization's goals and vision. Do you know 44% of projects fail due to a lack of alignment between business and project objectives? Stakeholder management is an important activity that is used to gain a mutual understanding of the objectives and expectations. It helps in gaining support from all the interested and affected parties, enhancing the likelihood of a successful outcome. In the next 5 minutes, you will learn what is stakeholder management and how to develop an effective stakeholder management plan. Also, there is one key factor, stakeholder management, which is often ignored in the project management process. However, this factor decides the success of stakeholder management efforts. In absence of that, your plan is doomed to fail from the beginning. I would be discussing that point later in this video. So, stay tuned. Any project is a success if it meets its objectives and fulfills the expectations of its project stakeholders. It is the project manager's responsibility to manage and influence key stakeholders' expectations as required. So what exactly project stakeholder management is? Ideally, project stakeholder management is the process of organizing communication with stakeholders and managing stakeholder expectations. Project managers are responsible for coordinating many aspects of projects, including stakeholder management. The next question may be, who is called stakeholders? Well, a formal definition of a stakeholder is individuals and organizations who are actively involved in the project, or whose interests may be positively or negatively affected as a result of project execution. Stakeholders usually include the team members, executives, and customers. So before any stakeholder management can occur, you need to know who your key stakeholders are. Stakeholder analysis is where you classify stakeholders and identify all their needs and requirements. Part of this analysis includes their information needs. Before assembling the project communications plan, you must know what information they will need, what is the sources for that information, and which methods and technology you will use to deliver the information. Here is the 5-step strategy to develop an effective project stakeholder management plan. The first step is to identify stakeholders, conducting a stakeholder analysis to zero in the right stakeholders. You can do this by creating a list of all the individuals whom your project affects. These stakeholders can be customers, colleagues, investors, business partners, and other individuals, and they can be internal or external. The second step is to assign the order of priority to the list of stakeholders. Once you have a list of stakeholders, you can organize them according to their priority level. Typically, the top priority stakeholders are the ones who have special interests in your project or a higher level of influence than others. You can organize your list of stakeholders by using a technique like a stakeholder power interest grid, which is basically a 4-section graph that categorizes stakeholders according to their levels of interest and influence. By using this method, you can classify each of your stakeholders in the following categories like high power high interest, or high power low interest, or low power high interest, or low power low interest. The third step is to gain insights into stakeholders. Another important step in the stakeholder management plan is understating the detailed specifications of stakeholder expectations. You can do this by conducting in-depth research on your stakeholders, or simply by having a brief discussion with the target stakeholders. A survey is also a popular method for gathering insights. You can conduct a survey online, over the phone, in person, or through another channel. The fourth step is to define performance metrics for the stakeholder management plan. Set measurable matrices to forecast the effectiveness and the impact of your plan. These matrices provide key inputs to evaluate results and provide insight to optimize the existing plan. The fifth step is to review and update your stakeholder management plan. If you evaluate, in terms of both how well you carry it out and how well it works, you'll be able to make necessary changes to improve it. It will keep getting more effective each time you implement it. It is important to fully understand who stakeholders are and how they wield so much influence over a project. However, customer priority should not negate the needs and expectations of other stakeholders. And you as a project manager will have to resolve these differences amicably. This is one of the most challenging aspects of project management. The concepts and techniques you learned at Projects Mind are applicable to all your projects and are used by Fortune 500 firms. If you like this video, then hit the like button and let us know how you feel about us by leaving a comment in the below section. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon to see our latest videos when they come out. See you later, and bye for now.